Hi, Diane. If you'd like to come on in to have a seat for some symbolic support, I've made an inkblot made in your name and essence. Feel free to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms. Source Diane, I will mail you the original in the snail mail for you to enjoy, roll like a scroll, or have fun framing. Thank you as always for holding space for me to share my insights, and for Source Diane for requesting, and for the Diane and giving back to the Diane Collective. I'm going to dig in here. Thank you for holding space, and let's go. Okay, Diane's. I admit I haven't had, like normally when I make them and then I have to walk away because like an immediate insight will come in and then I let it dry and walk away to cleanse the palette once again. Like really work in that timelessness so that I'm not stuck on anything. And nothing really stepped forward other than glasses at the bridge of the nose. Like that's how I felt. What I was seeing, but I'm not going to start there, but I wanted to acknowledge that in case that is a spirit or a part of yourself that you can resonate with. All right, so Diane, let me just take this in as I'm zooming out and zooming in. I'm seeing like a little sweet, like a bundle of joy, just bundle of joy. I don't know if you're a grandparent or you have a child, but there's some, or even your inner child is just like a bundle of joy. And I'm seeing it right in there. And it's really quite endearing. It's like Halloween, and you're dressed as like a little bumblebee or something like that. And I'm also seeing those like 1980s, I don't even know if they're from the 80s necessarily, exercise bands that you like stretch out. And there's some sort of loyalty to this babe, to this bundle. Could have a loved one in spirit, perhaps. It's the glasses person. Or it's yourself if everyone's incarnate and currently existing organically. Very protective over this bundle. Very protective over this bundle. There's like something about the clouds, trees and the sky, trees and the clouds, greenery and white, like green and white with pink. That color combination could be it takes me to not only like the pink ray and the green ray, or the heart chakra, but it also makes me feel like there's a protection, like a forest and a mountain peak at the back. But I feel like somebody from spirit like hovers in there, like right on. I'm not sure if you can see it with the lighting. There's the white. If you can see that, I need somehow to be like. Anyway, I won't get constipated. Those guardians. I feel like for this bundle, this babe, whether it's of yourself or somebody you can resonate with, a lot had to happen from like a stork space. I don't know why that's coming through. Like really long stork beaks. So maybe it was, and like almost like this was a miracle baby, or maybe you were a miracle baby, and a lot of things had to come into play and align for this babe to come through. But it feels it feels like a miracle babe-ish. I'm sorry, there's just no other way of saying that. Just a lot of things had to align for that to happen. I'm wandering down here, something about googly eyes. Googly eyes. Emotionally, maybe there's something that's really attracting or attractive to you. Maybe you're in love, or maybe it's in regards to this bundle, and just like almost like Cookie Monster, like just googly eyes. It's quite an endearing feeling. And I'm also seeing that little Martian from, I think it was the Flintstones. Gazoo? Gazoo. I don't know, that's just something I'm seeing in there. I'm seeing a path, like a race car path. There's those googly eyes in there. And there's a path leading up. Okay, it's showing me that, or how I'm perceiving it, is somebody could be very sleepy. Maybe you are even a new parent. I'm going to add on some tarot while we're here. It's being called. Thank you. I'm seeing like putting ice under the eyes. Okay, so there's a chance this bundle, if you're resonating in one way or another, perhaps past, or this is a completely different timeline and you can understand losing something that was so very near and dear to you. I'm seeing like ice packs under the eyes. And something about ears as gateways. Ears as gateways. We're here for the Diane collective, please. Thank you. And Five of Cups. Yeah, there is something. Sorry, the camera's really far away today. I apologize if this loss of the wee one, Six of Wands. If you are a grandmother or the mother energy, like a lot had to happen for this one to come into fruition, and maybe just wasn't here as long. And that symbol up here, I don't know if you can see it because I'm really far away, but that symbol up here is also in the Inkblot. I feel like it has a meaning, and I don't know what the meaning is, if I'm being very, very, very honest with you. And how the Six of Wands in the card, she's moving her hands. It's the same way these storks did. There they are. To create a line. If one did lose a bundle, it was met by a grandmother on the other side. Tower moment. So oops, so these cards are all upside down. So Diane collective, not to be, saddened in my story that I'm seeing, but it is what's coming through, that maybe there was some sort of heartache. And again, whether you lost a small bundle, or you can resonate with just something that was very near and dear to you that was recently lost, or your inner child healing those wounds. Like, do you see what I'm saying? How many lines this possibly could be? But it's all protected by spirit. And sorry, the Nine of Wands came through as well. If you want to follow that Nine of Wands, I'm going to take a moment to gaze. There's those clouds. That's what it's taking me to, the clouds, all in the background of the card, and all of the clouds of spirit, and your Inkblot is there. Like the vastness. Five of Cups. Googly eyes. Cookie monster. I'm going to flip it to win it here, and I'm going to add on some... Ooh, okay, we're adding on some... No, thanks. I listened. Something about... Oh, okay, so there's rosebuds in there. I'm seeing rosebuds. Right in there. Little rosebuds. Little rosebuds. Oh, I think when I saw those 1980s pull things from this perspective, it's reminding me of when you're in like a hospital bed, what are those feet thingies? Like you put your feet in them? I can't remember their name. I don't know. But I feel like somebody knows what it is. Loneliness. Somebody might be feeling lonely. I do feel like somebody passed over. Could be now this glasses person down on their nose. But I feel like they were part and part who met this bundle. Something near and dear, because they're coming back into the group of family. Coming back into the group of family. I feel like there's a hierarchy. There's definitely a female, whether it's like a grandmother energy or something like that, or an auntie is coming through. That is someone in spirit, if not yourself, that has met this bundle to make things happen. Reciprocity. Somebody's looking to be yourself, Diane. If you're working through something, there's that light. It's reminding me of this light down here, and it's all in the shape coming to a point, almost like a wreath of some sort. Maybe Christmas time is really hard, is what I just heard. What's on the bottom here? Resilience. Yeah. Like, see how the hands are, the head's in the face. Oh, Diane's, I want to send a moment. If you're resonating with this story, because somebody is shining peace to you. This soul, this grandmother, this auntie energy, this babe, they are sending so much light to you. In reciprocity for the life that was lived, short or long, tall or short, thin or fat. All of those measurements are not what equals love. Love. Feel the peace. There's fear. There's that child as well. And a warning. Please do not feel the grief so deeply that there is vengeance on the mind. Part of me wants to stop. And the other part of me, choices on the bottom. Part of me wants to stop this reading because it's tough. And I feel like that's the feeling perhaps in this reading. Perhaps I too just want to stop. All right, Diane, I apologize for that pause, but you know what? I don't apologize for that pause. Perfect acceptance that this is where we are right here and now. Perfect acceptance. And while I would not have assumed and not, that this ink blot really gave no indication that such a deep reading would come through. And now I'm seeing it that perhaps you don't present what you've been through, if that makes sense. And this is simply where you are in this time and space. Perhaps if you're still with me and resonating with this reading, could do a whole other ink blot in, a day, week, or month, or year, and it would even look at the same one and it would reveal the transformation. And that transformation would remind that you belong to paradise. One might feel amongst the thorns of sacrifice. the warning heeded from this child, from this bundle. And when I say child, it's because I don't know the age. I'm not even sure of the lifetime. But this wise wee one offers a warning. It's to not stop. To have perfect acceptance for what is and what was. I belong to paradise. You belong to paradise, I hear from the wee one. They're pressing the heart of being the loving mirror. Like reflections. Touching the heart and reflecting upon the love versus the loss. I'm going to... Did I already flip it? I feel like I might have already flipped it and I kind of got lost in the emotions of it. Somebody's watching very carefully. I feel like the spirit is male, if I may. This one feels male. And as crazy as it sounds, when I said something about the ears before and I hesitated to say, I don't know why I do that. I like to hold space for others to speak freely. So I'll offer myself the same. Something about hairy ears. I don't know. Hairy ears. Possibly a mustache. And again, and maybe this is in regards to something that happened in childhood that is being healed, and there's been a life force lost, almost like a part of you that something that happened when you were young and you were a wee babe. I'm also going to use the word like from a predator of sorts, however that may be perceived and received. Left an emotional cloud. And perhaps this isn't a tangible physical loss. But if I may, I'm going to move from that storyline as it is coming through in a different way. That something may have happened when you were young. And it's something about the innocence. Taken. Some sort of vengeance. Always looking for a way, like just maybe felt part of you is lost or taken. Oh my goodness, Diane energy. This is an intense reading. And I am trying to breathe through it and for the spirit of it, that whether it's your inner child or a loved one lost, there's so much light there, so much light being said and being shared through the reciprocity for what you've been through, because you don't look like what you've been through. But seeking out vengeance for the sacrifice. It comes as a warning. All right, I'm going to gently move out of here, though I'm completely compassionate of where you are. Like I want to curl up in a ball with the divine, with this divine heart. Almost like a present and re-womb. We're here for Diane Collective. Like, share, and subscribe if you're still here with me. And please know that I am breathing. No, it's not this. Oops, there we go. Ten of Hazards. I feel like the gift you have, Three of Wands and the Four of Wands upside down. The gift you have of not looking like what you've been through or necessarily sharing it is kind of like how it feels. And I'm still in the rabbit hole of childhood. Like that, if you were to speak that truth to somebody who knows your family or is aware, they'd be like, no, there was such a perfect family. And Diane's like, or some Diane, it's like, Okay. So let's honor that, if I may. I'm going to honor that. And move through with you to receive a positive message to support the healing of this loss, whether it's of a physical wee one or the innocence of the inner child. May we inspire the Diane Collective or those who this is resonating with. No, this is not the deck either. Wow, okay. It's okay. That's okay. Inspiration can come from many different places. Sharing the compassion and the care through unlikely sources, I'm hearing, through unlikely sources. There's a spirit above you that is so pure, so pure. And I'm seeing it like a feminine, I don't know if it's not like a goat or a sheep, but it's something along that lines, like a deer, seeking. There we go, seeking. There's that earth element is stepping forward. We're here for the Diane Collective. Thank you. Change, seeking change. Yes, that's not to forget it or forego it, but I feel like I'm in this moment where, yes, I, as Steph, am sitting here wandering through this experience. May we seek to change. Heed the warning from the innocence, the purity, and to invoke inspiration, affirmation, to invoke this. Sacrifice sucks, but can do something with it. Be precise in the change. Spirit might come through in numbers. Observe numbers around you. 111, a lot of gates, remembering. 101 is stepping through. I feel like somebody's been in, I'm not saying this is the meaning, but I'm going to go with stereotypical, like a 666 kind of feeling. Or there's been somebody in their life that was like the devil to them. Omen. Heed the omens that are now very sensitive because of what's gone on. Very, very sensitive. I can feel the sensitivity from it. Okay. Diane's, I am complete. If you are resonating, I am completely honored by your strength, and I so want to cry. The strength in your sensitivity. if you've been feeling like you've been caged, a part of you that has been in grief, the clouds, the sunset, the sunrise, if you feel like you're behind the window of observing this, because what has happened, you're just so sensitive to, and that is understandable. It is understandable. But the strength to seek change is prominent. And I see, like, if the window of the outside world, and I'm behind the window with all these panes of possible perceptions, and I've been behind this window for a long time, I'm going to open it just a crack and let a breeze come in. That begins the change. There's already blah, 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 blah. Possibly somebody else as well. A little boy. What is that? A vulture. Somebody was a vulture. Stricken tower. This person is a tower. Caused towers to two people. Okay. Now, this two people could be because you're parents and you did lose a bundle of joy. Second story that's happening is this person with the glasses was like a walking tower, and impressed upon that on an empress and a female, but there's also a little boy. There's two people, and it is the empress, the seeking, that is looking, has been fixated. Why? Forgoing the why, I hear. Forgoing the why and working on the wonder of change. Seeking. Say, why am I worried about their why? And not there in the little boy, the predator kind of feel. Why am I going to spend any more time trying to justify, logicalize, understand that? No, I waste no more time. I'm going to seek the change, less vengeance. And I get to dig into the wonder that is me, to the life I am here to live and to heal. And there may be somebody else. It's going to bring in that ultimate. It's like it's going to send a signal to these spirits to say yes. I understand we're here for Diane's. I'm just getting ready to close, but I want to note that the name Barb also just came through. 6 of airships. You have lots of loved ones observing you. It's like some of them didn't know, some of them didn't see, because of this family dynamic. Because of this family dynamic, everything, you don't look like what you've been through. They don't present, collectively, they don't present what could be going on. Seagulls as spirits. Seagulls as spirits. Okay, do we have any inspiration closing out here for the Diane Collective? For the one or the many that this message may be resonating with. That was a lot of cards coming through. Spring-heeled Jack. This is a recalibration happening. This is a taking charge in a very compassionate way for the self. Again, I want to say this isn't about forgetting or forgoing. This is simply shifting where attention and energy goes so it can start fueling the very change of oneself that one wants versus the vengeance. This fly, please. Oh, I thought that was a fly. Yeah, navigating this. Solarium and Spirit Guide. You have a burning bright light within you. And this seeking that came in on over here. Okay, I'm not going to, there it is. Seeking with precision of even numbers. And I want to note that it was like this Lady of Leviathans who is also seeking with precision. Precision. Your audience is in awe in spirit of your strength, of your sensitivity. As you are maybe undoing a vault, going to therapy, speaking about something, speaking a truth, and releasing how it is received. Because it might open the door for somebody else to step forward and say, I'm so glad you said something. That happened to me too. That happened to me too. I'm seeing this like a old-fashioned roller coaster. A wooden roller coaster. I'd like to end, Diane's, as we are here. The solarium. The two of you, the soul and spirit, the wee one, your inner child, the solarium. You belong to paradise. And you can feel that here and now. I know that any sacrifices that were made, barbed wire of your being, can unravel on your call. On your call. I hope this has served you well. And again, my gratitude for exploring with me and healing. Healing, healing, healing. And until next time, thank you so much.